Hello, here are some details of a few books which I trust you might be interested in. The first is by our own Donald Macleod. Compel them to come in. On the free offer of the gospel, something which you and I need to hear and our nation and our world needs to be told. Here's what Alistair Begg says about this book. This is one of the most soul-stirring, liberating books that I have ever read on this subject. And Sinclair Ferguson says, a book for all. It is a must-read for preachers, not least because it models the powerful, passionate appeals it commends. Compel them to come in. The next one is also from Donald Macleod, Therefore the Truth I Speak, Scottish Theology from 1500 to 1700. We have been waiting for this book for a long time. Here is what Ligon Duncan has to say about it. I have been waiting for this book for over 30 years. Donald Macleod is the only one who could have written it. The history is important, the theology even more so. And then Robert Letham has said about this book, not for over 80 years has there appeared a treatment as authoritative as this, an outstanding contribution. This should be the standard for many years to come. Therefore, the truth I speak. The next one is not one, it's two. And it's from someone you may well have benefited from before, Dale Ralph Davis, the Old Testament preacher, writer, and scholar. He has now written 2 volumes on the Gospel of Luke. These are full of helpful insights, beautiful illustrations, engaging humour, practical application, significant use of Luke's Gospel, particularly in relation to how it shows us how glorious the kingdom is and how it is foreordained and how it is built upon the teaching of the Old Testament. Luke's Gospel, Ralph Davis. The next one is something to do with what we are currently experiencing. A major pandemic. This is from Jonathan Lamb and 2 of his colleagues from around Europe. One from Spain and one from Italy, where this pandemic has been at its worst in Europe. The only comfort in life and death. Many of us and many of our friends and many people in our communities have been living a life of fear, understandably so. This deals with that exceedingly effectively. The authors confront the raw reality of suffering with a vibrant resurrection hope, says Jeremy McCoy, chair of the Council of Keswick Ministries. Lindsay Brown, former General Secretary of IFES, says the book will help us and presents us with the great comfort rooted in the promises of God in Scripture. A short book, but gloriously hopeful and helpful. And finally, another book that you perhaps have seen before, by a good friend of us here, Sinclair B. Ferguson. This book has been reproduced in full colour with minor editorial input. Sinclair wrote this book 30 years ago, perhaps, and it was without colour, but now it's fully in colour. And we sent a copy of it to Alistair Begg before it was printed. And Alistair came back saying, "Each time I read it with my grandchildren, I learn something, and so do they." The Big Book of Questions and Answers by Sinclair B. Ferguson. Thank you.